Hey all, here at osmvdxreviews.com. You're watching part 2 of our video review of the Craig Ice Cream Sandwich 4.0 netbook that has a 1.2 GHz processor and 1 gig of RAM. This is generation 2 of the famous netbook that has pretty much hit every single pharmacy across the nation, and it's only around $120, so very cheap and inexpensive. However, like most Generation 2 products, while a lot of RAM and processor speed has been amped and it's now a lot faster, some downfalls and disappointments still remain consistent with the first generation model. One of them is the smallish touchpad pad navigation system on the bottom here, which is extremely small and finicky. Because Android was not originally designed to be a computer-like design, it's really meant to be optimized for touch using your fingertips. Having this cursor-like arrow move around on the screen is kind of jumpy and unresponsive. We found that when we were browsing the web or clicking on intricate and small icons, the touchpad was hard to maneuver, and it was unresponsive sometimes, and other times it was too responsive and jumped over links really quickly and almost too fast. So it's hard to get that precise precision that you are really looking for, and you will get in something like a Windows-based netbook versus an Android-based one here. Another question to this product is, at the same price, you can purchase a similar spec Android-based tablet with the same amount of specs on it with a touchscreen, and in my opinion, that still triumphs over a netbook-like design for a few reasons. And one of them is because you get a touchscreen experience, which is more what Android is all about, and it's more easy to operate, again, with multi-touch enabled, a capacitive touchscreen. Things are a lot more fluid than using this little finicky touchpad to operate, which is, again, really small and quite jumpy. Additionally, with a tablet, if you have a USB port on the side, you can always link up to a USB keyboard case, which allows you to basically transform a tablet into a netbook. But with a netbook, you can't transform it into a tablet because the screen will never be able to be touch sensitive. So again, at the same price point, I do think that the Craig 7-inch netbook, however improved it is still a step below something like a similarly priced Craig tablet. Taking a look at the screen, it's pretty bright and vibrant. Color and saturation is pretty good. One disappointing flaw I did find, though, was viewing angles are still not so great. At the extreme angles, pictures and videos did look kind of blurry and distorted. As you can see here, I was just trying to move around the cursor, but it accidentally pressed a lot of different options that I didn't really mean to press. And those are examples of what I'm talking about. When you're trying to navigate something and it accidentally presses something else, you get kind of frustrated in the process. As far as battery life is concerned, this device will last around a day to 2 days of usage and connection to the internet before you have to recharge it, which is quite nice for a device of this caliber. However, you do have to keep note that the battery in here, which is 1,500 milliamps, isn't particularly strong. It's not going to last for the longest period of time. After about 1 year of usage, there has been a lot of users saying that the battery life has been completely drained, and now the battery no longer keeps a charge, which is something of a disappointment. Otherwise, the device is fairly stock Android experience, so everything you see here is as you would expect from a pure ice cream sandwich based device. In terms of apps, you have a few preloaded applications like Amazon App Store, Amazon Kindle. We have an app installer, an app store by Amazon, like I talked about, a browser built in. We have a calculator, a calendar, a camera for the built-in webcam, which is 1.3 megapixels. Oops, didn't want to go there. Let's go here again to the menu. We also have a clock, a downloads and ebook reader, email, Latitude, Gmail, GetJar for more apps again, a gallery, Facebook, Explorer, which is again more apps, maps, movie studio, music, newsletter, people, and places. So quite a lot of applications. You notice that quite a few times we have different app stores, from Amazon app stores to proprietary app stores that help you get more games and entertainment-based applications installed on this thing, which is pretty cool and impressive. That said, you will notice that the native web browser, the native app store, the Google Play Store, is not included on here, which is something of disappointment. Sliding to the right, we have our widgets that are included on here. Again, not too much extras are included. We just have some basic apps and applications like Twitter, YouTube are also included. Widgets, we just have the clock, contacts, bookmarks, and directions and navigation, Facebook, Latitude, and photo gallery, Twitter, traffic, and YouTube. So we do have quite a few. If I wanted to drag on YouTube, I could put that onto the home screen, select a place to put it, and then it will automatically load our most popular feeds of videos so that we can play it if we are interested in that particular video. So again, pretty stock experience. Again, things are pretty responsive and sleek and fast. As far as performance is concerned, I didn't have any issues with speed. Again, it was just really the finicky touchpad that was really annoying and made the device a lot less usable. I'm sure that the processor underneath never really stuttered. It could handle most tasks I threw at it very nicely. On the top of the screen, you also have access to a Google icon for going to Google search, and also a microphone icon for going to voice search using Google services. Down below here we have a home, a back, and a menu key, a volume up and down key. We also have some Wi-Fi signal reception information. Wi-Fi strength on this product is very, very good. We never were really in a place where we couldn't get a reception, so the Wi-Fi chipset is always great, which is something of a nice piece. So we want to search on YouTube. For example, I'm going to do OS reviews. And the keyboard is fine. It's nice. It's a little bit smaller than what I'm used to, but it works just nicely. If I wanted to play this review, I could click on it. And you can see I can also play the full HD version of the review if I wanted to. But then it plays the video nicely. And then you could pause the video like so by pressing on it once, or seeking to a different part of the video by dragging the task bar down below here. I can also adjust the volume again by pressing these two keys over here. Again, I wish there was a physical volume rocker like button on the side of the screen to help me facilitate this, but it works pretty well nevertheless. And you can see that the screen resolution looks good, so watching videos are good. You do have stereo speakers on this product, so one on one side of the screen and one on the other side, which is always handy. And as you saw here, playing back video is very fast and responsive. There's not too much stuttering, so you'll be able to play back videos quite well and quite quickly, which is always nice. So after we're done with the video, we can go back, just pressing escape. And it's automatically going to go out, and we can scroll through other videos that we are interested in watching. Taking a look at the web browsing experience, let's go to Google. Let's do Craig Netbook. It's let's see, C-R-A-I-G Netbook. And you can see that the web browser is fairly decent. It loads things pretty responsively. I'm not sure why there's two double search this app, but I can just close one of these down to just get one. And you can see that how the touchpad is a little bit finicky. I didn't even press that and it automatically closed down my search. But luckily Google saves a version of what I've been searching, so I can just press on it once and it's going to take me back to the same page. And you can see that Google works really responsively. It's very fast and fluid, and again, going up and down through different pages is a joy, and it's simple and easy to use. If I wanted to click on the tablet, this is a 2.2 Android 2.2 version computer, which is the first generation model, not as good as the second generation model here, obviously, but you can find out more information about it using this. So again, the web browser experience is good. It's not anything out of the box, but it does display most Flash content. It also displays most ads and most pages correctly. It's optimized for the screen size, so if you've been worried that a 7-inch screen would be too small to display most content, you can still read most things just fine, and I found it to be adequate for reading things. Now, one thing you do have to keep in mind is that if you think something is too small and you really wanted to zoom in into a content, this doesn't have multi-touch enabled, so you can't zoom in like this on the touchpad area. Instead, you have to hold on by pressing the left click button and then going up and down to zoom in and out of images and pictures. So for example, I'm just going to press on a new tab and go to, I'm going to try and zoom in here. I'm not sure it's going to work. Yeah, not quite. But if I'm in a gallery, I'll show you that a little bit more easier. Other web browser features include tab browsing. I can also open it in incognito mode to not save my history when I'm browsing on the web. I can save content for offline reading, and just your basics for web browsing. It's pretty responsive, displays everything just fine, and plays videos well as well. So let's go home and take a look at some other preloaded applications on here. Let's go over to apps. We can see that we have the camera. I'm going to just show you that really quickly. The camera isn't anything to write home about. In fact, it isn't anything extraordinary, but it does the job, especially for video conferencing. And you can see that it's actually a fairly bright camera as well. It doesn't distort images too much, which is always impressive. I can zoom in and out of images and take a picture like so, and then save it, and it's very fast at doing that. I can zoom in and out of images as well. And when I'm done doing that, I can also record a bit of video. Video recording, again, it's not as impressive as taking pictures. But again, I can record video. This is a video recording test. And again, this product has 4 gigs of built-in memory, which it uses to save things. It's always nice to see a tablet or Android-based device that you don't have to put in an additional memory card just to record content, such as this, which I'm pretty excited to see. That said, with something like this product, you can expand the memory further by adding an SD card, which is always nice. I took a picture of that paper, for example. Now let's go into the media player, the gallery, to see how we did in terms of that. And you can see that the camera now has 2 additions, and you can see that again the camera quality is actually fairly decent and surprisingly good for such a low resolution one of only 1.3 megapixels, and it seems like the center here is very much in focus and very easy to see. And I can again press down on the center and zoom in and out. It's not really wanting to do that, but it only allows me to scroll, which is quite strange. But traditionally, when the device is working for zooming, it would allow me to zoom in and out by pressing down on the bottom here and then moving up and down on the scroll pad to zoom in and out further and lower according to how you want to zoom in and out. So it works pretty well. Let's play back the video that I just recorded and see how it works. And I'm going to use the video player for that. And you see that it just records like so, and there's a little bit of sound, but it's really low in terms of how loud it is, so it's not too apparent. Taking a look at some of the other app stores that are included on here, for example, App Installer, you can just press on that icon and you can manage, install applications. Let's press on install and see what happens. I can install applications to a internal memory or an SD card. As you can see, pretty basic interface there. App Store, the Amazon App Store. Again, it's just going to load the Amazon apps, which are free apps and paid apps. You have to log in first and then sign in with an Amazon account or create a new account to do that. You do have Angry Birds on Amazon App Store, but you don't have as much diversity, as much free apps as you would from the original Google Play Store, which is, again, a little bit unfortunate. We have an Explorer right here, which I'm going to press and see. This is basically a file manager. And Facebook app works as you expect. GetJar just takes you to the web browser kind of, and then it shows you your applications that you can install, like eBuddy, UC Browser International, Angry Birds on the latest version, Minecraft Pocket Edition. Again, a lot of top applications that you can install. That's also fun and easy to use. You have a music player on here, a movie studio, which allows you to edit and play back videos, again, on the 7-inch screen. And, of course, you have maps, which I wanted to show briefly. And, because email is pretty much as you would expect it to be. It's nothing too fancy, nothing too bad. And it includes all your current information and content. So right now I'm looking at a map of this area, including Renton, including... it's just in Washington, SeaTac, so SeaTac Airport area, Seattle, there we go, in this area, and it can find local information. There isn't GPS built into this product, so unfortunately it's not going to locate where you are, but it still is a nice experience to look at maps in that view. So overall, again, the Craig Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich tablet is, as you'd expect it to be, a fairly responsive or fairly fast and easy to use tablet, easy to use netbook with a host of features that are similar to getting a tablet, but instead you have that physical keyboard built on in, and of course a little bit more of a rugged and industrial build to it. So it's easier to a little bit easier just to carry it around and throw it around in the book bag and not worry about it breaking, because again it's a little bit more rugged with its built-in design. Again, you also have a lot of built-in applications like Facebook, Twitter. You have a lot of app stores to choose from. You have this Pocket Word, Pocket Excel, Pocket Document Reader, Dropbox, Google Document Reader. I can look at my documents, recent documents maybe, and it shows me that I can look at documents in a very easy to use manner. Hopefully I can zoom in and out now, but it looks like I can't, which is interesting because it was working a few moments ago. And now that there we go, I can finally zoom in and out again. So you can see that I can zoom up and down by pressing and holding up and down accordingly, and I can read and edit documents as I would on a PC. So overall, again, this is a very interesting device. It has a lot of features to it, but at the end of the day, I think that Android is still better suited to doing something like a tablet. If you are considering something like this, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into, because at the end of the day, I do think that for the general public, getting a tablet would be the better choice, especially since the cost is pretty much the same now. It's both around $100, $120, and you can transform, again, a tablet into a netbook, but you can't transform a netbook into a tablet. So thanks for watching here at OS and VTXReviews.com. That's just been a brief overview at the Ice Cream Sandwich Android 4.0 netbook with a 1.2 GHz processor by Craig Electronics.